Norbert. Welcome back, everyone, to LIV Golf. My name is Dan.
And my name's Jay. How are we all doing?
Episode 9 of the podcast. We're getting through them now, lad.
We are. I just wish you'd all watch it.
Yeah. We got another subscriber after our appeal last week, so thanks to whoever that was.
Woo!
Yeah, sacking off the intro that we did last week. I don't know if you watched it, but if you did, then you probably didn't get past the intro.
No.
So we're going to get straight into it. I think the only place to start this week is the PGA Tour.
Yeah, it is.
For all the bashing we've given it felt like a bit of back to normal with it this week, didn't it?
It was class, wasn't it?
First time this, it feels like in months that we've had a decent field, top field, and
top field. Like, there was no one really that wasn't there, was there? Except maybe Schauffele or...
And up until sort of the back nine on Sunday, it was tight as well. There was a bit of drama and jeopardy on it, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And then Rory McIlroy, PGA Tour's poster boy.
Absolute nailed it, didn't he?
Yeah. Put the hammer down, and with that eagle, I think.
Absolute nailed it, didn't he?
Yeah. Put the hammer down, and with that...
I think it's a good time for Rory, isn't it? He's playing some unbelievable golf. His driving is unbelievable.
Yeah.
His putting's back to normal.
I think since the showdown, I had my doubts about him ahead of that one, but he just seemed to click into gear on that night. And every time we've seen him, whether it be in TGL or playing regular tournament golf since, he's just been dialed in.
Yeah.
Like all facets of his game, because normally if wedge play lets him down, doesn't he? But he booming drives, and then he leaves himself with like 20, 30 footers for birdie when you see all the others sticking them within range. Whereas now he seems to have sorted that side of his game out, and
I think his head's in the right place as well. I saw a little snippet from him after the tournament talking to his daughter on the phone. He just seemed dead happy. She was like, his bird was giving it a bit, and his daughter was going, "Hi, Papa, well done," and all that. It was just nice to see, to be fair. I think with us having kids as well, it's like, just shows you he's in the right place. A few kids and that.
Well, I've been bashing him on the pod. Well, bashing him in the sense that I want him to win.
Yeah.
But I think he's been distracted by all the off the course stuff. And then as recent as last week when he was talking about Tom McKibben and stuff, it's just like, what? Just concentrating yourself.
Yeah.
And then this week he's been asked about the concerns on the PGA Tour, and he said, I'm concentrating on myself, and the next thing you know, goes out and puts the field to the sword.
Yeah, he does. I think he'll be world number 1 this year for me.
Oh, he's got a long way to go.
I think he'll do it.
It's going to need a heavy swing in terms of Scotty dropping off as well, and he's had another top 10 this week, hasn't he?
He has, but I think Rory's just gone up another gear. Whether it's this year or next year, I think he'll get back to world number 1. I really do. I don't think it's going to be a Scotty Scheffler, Tiger Woods esque. Stay there all forever. I think Rory's game is back up there at world number 1 level.
He's got a long way to go to get to Tiger Woods. I think he needs to stay at world number 1 until 2035.
Unbelievable. It's unbelievable. That. It's just ridiculous. Rory changed balls as well, didn't he?
He did. I reckon that's probably had a bit of a difference,
A little bit of a softer ball. Yeah. As you said, with his wedge play and that, it's...
Because he doesn't need the extra distance when he's out driving. What was he averaging? About 35 yards.
Unbelievable.
Across the tournament. The nearest to him is about 20 yards behind him.
Mm-hmm.
You can give up a couple of yards, can't you, and focus on your short game, and still have that advantage.
Yeah. Nice to see Shane Lowry do well as well, wasn't it? Especially with the both aces as well on the. I think it was the second round, was it, or the first round? I don't remember.
They both got it all in one. Shane had his on the 7th, the iconic one, didn't he? I think Rory's a bit later in the round.
Rory's was slammed down the front, wasn't it? I'm surprised it stayed in the hole, to be honest. It just went straight in. I thought it'd bounce out, but no, he did well. Shane Lowry played really well as well. 66, 70, 65, 68. Just a couple back there. Nice to see Justin Rose in the mix as well for once.
Yeah, it was Shane Lowry. Did he birdie the last? Or he birdied late on, didn't he, to get solo second?
Yeah.
Which will have made a big difference money-wise to him, and obviously just meant the two Irish lads, 1 and 2 there, playing together as well. It was quite nice.
On the PGA Tour, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
See, they both had to buy the bevies in. They were stingy. Did you see 20 bottles of beer and a couple of pizzas,
yeah.
mate?
That was just for the media, though. Like,
mate, that would have been Guinness in the jigger. I imagine they had to got like one in the jigger when we were there. We would have been involved in the pints, wouldn't we?
Yeah, I'd have had a little cheeky Guinness off Shane there.
Yeah. $3.5 million, $3.6 million for the win. Not a bad start, is it?
No, that's not too shabby at
Not
all.
Not too shabby at all. And that's why people play on the PGA Tour, though, isn't it? And why it's a shock that the PGA Tour's gone as bad as it has.
We'll come on to the DP World Tour, but I think, if I remember rightly, the winner this week got €425,000.
Still wouldn't sniff at that, to be fair.
wouldn't, but it's a bit of a big drop in it. Like,
I'd play for that. Not gonna lie.
So yeah, Justin Rose. Did you see him celebrating his putt on the last?
I didn't actually, to be honest. I missed that.
He went fucking mental. Because it got him up to
T3.
It got him up to tie for third. Yeah, I think, which it boosted his income there for the round by about 660 grand just for that one putt. So.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, he celebrated like he'd just won the Olympics again or something.
Good field though. Good top 10. I mean, we've got the likes of Tom Kim, Billy Horschel, Scotty, Cam Davis.
Just on Tom Kim, so whilst all wasn't rosy with the PGA Tour for a tournament, there's still a slow play issue.
Yeah.
People were locked on to Tom Kim this week as the way of venting the frustrations. Did you see him on the par 5 up the hill? And he took ages and then just wafted it out of bounds. After all that waiting, that was not worth the wait, said the commentator.
Did you see the club twirl after he topped it?
Oh, yeah.
Tops
how's he finished 7th?
Oh, I don't know, but you know what? Good player, him.
Sepp Straka's finished 7th in the end as well.
Which is a great week for him, considering he won the other week.
Yeah, he's finished level on Sunday. He was there all week, and he's just not. Everyone else has been able to get under par and kick on, and he's just stalled, which would have made it a really nice looking leaderboard for Team Europe, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and he's made some money this year already. Sepp Straka, one to watch definitely for the year.
Well, he was in the last Ryder Cup team, wasn't he? And he would have liked to have.
Good for Jason Day as well. He's been talked a lot about his struggles recently. I've seen a lot of his TikToks.
He struggled with his luggage, didn't he?
He struggled with everything, it seemed. Like his head, he's getting unwanted thoughts in his head while he's swinging and stuff. But to go out and tie for 13 to a decent little
yeah. Did you see what he was wearing though?
No.
Yes. He's basically just in his PJs.
Yeah.
Scruff.
He even said, didn't he? I don't even know. No one said anything yet.
No, well, it was Trevor Immelman on commentary said he looks like he's lost his luggage. And then that's why he tweeted it, because he's obviously heard.
Oh, yes, I did see that, sorry.
But, and it's like, I mean, when Tommy Fleetwood first wore, like, jogging bottoms, I don't know if he was over this side of the pond, but he had, like, he had these joggers on, and when, I think Tyrrell Hatton was one of the first to wear a hoodie. Yeah. And it always sparks outrage the first time you see it, because it's different, and it's away from the norm. But
people don't like change, do they? Especially in golf. Bit of an old man sport, and it's still.
Couldn't give a flying monkeys what he's wearing.
I don't
be
care.
Honest, like.
I couldn't
give a toss.
No.
What did he have? It was the Masters last year, wasn't he? Do you remember that jumper he had? He had on the Masters. Google James Day Masters jumper. Absolute hideous piece of kit. Did I say James May? Top Gear. It was not Top Gear, I tell you. It was fucking horrendous gear.
I actually said James Day.
James Day? I have no idea.
James Bay.
James Bay. Horrendous gear. And then he said, let it go, and that's passenger. This is fucking. And then he said, let it go, and that's passenger. This is fucking tangent. So yeah, and I read recently he's just auctioned that jumper as well.
Was he?
Jason Day. Yeah, raised a bit of money, but it was hideous.
Unfortunately, my internet's not working here very well, so
never mind, we'll cut that out.
Done with oh God, yeah.
How's he been allowed to wear that at Augusta? I don't.
Looks like he was taking the innings for a game of cricket, to be honest with you. Or it looks like a caddy.
just looks shit.
It's just not a nice top, is it?
Awful.
Jason, sort your head out, lad.
Yeah.
If you're watching, which you won't be.
So yeah, we play well this week, fair play to you, but that's questionable fashion sense. We mentioned there before though, Scotty, another top 10, first competitive start back from cutting his hand on a glass, rolling it over some ravioli on Christmas Day. Who eats ravioli on Christmas Day?
Who eats ravioli? Not me. I'm a turkey guy, not a goose.
Yeah, I think Scotty needs to eat some goose next Christmas instead of ravioli.
Retief goosing.
Yeah, I don't know what to add. Retief goosing. And then he said, let it go, and that's passenger. This is fucking... And then he said, let it go, and that's passenger. This is fucking tangent. So yeah, and I read recently he's just auctioned that jumper as well.
Was he?
Jason Day. Yeah, raised a bit of money, but it was hideous.
Unfortunately, my internet's not working here very well, so
Never mind, we'll cut that out.
Done with oh God, yeah.
Like, how's he been allowed to wear that at Augusta? I don't.
Looks like he was taking the innings for a game of cricket, to be honest with you. Or it looks like a caddy.
It just looks shit.
It's just not a nice top, is it?
Awful.
Jason, sort your head out, lad.
Yeah.
If you're watching, which you won't be.
So yeah, we play well this week, fair play to you, but that's questionable fashion sense. We mentioned there before though, Scotty, another top 10, first competitive start back from cutting his hand on a glass, rolling it over some ravioli on Christmas Day. Who eats ravioli on Christmas Day?
Who eats ravioli? Not me. I'm a turkey guy, not a goose.
Yeah, I think Scotty needs to eat some goose next Christmas instead of ravioli.
Retief goosing.
Yeah, I don't know what to add. Retief goosing.
Other than no, Minwoo Lee come back, nice.
Woo!
Hovland.
Where did he finish?
He finished tied for 13, tied for 17, which was a good knock.
It's a solid knock, isn't it? Yeah.
60, 69, 71, 68, 69. It's very close to the leaders, really. It's just 66, 65.
Cam Davis as well, before we moved down. Did you see his shot from the tree roots? Fair play.
Fair play.
Risking everything there, really.
Yeah.
Like, you catch it wrong and you end up doing some damage to your wrist as well, couldn't you?
Wrists, clubs, snapping clubs. I wouldn't have
control he's got on it though.
Really, really good.
Unbelievable. Yeah, fair play to Cam Smith up there, shot of the year already.
Yeah. And I don't think anything else to add. Oberg withdrew after the first round, didn't he?
But he was ill last week, wasn't he? The Farmers, so maybe he's still struggling a bit.
Yeah. And the Postman did not deliver this week. Got lost in transit, didn't he?
Return to sender.
Not bad knock still. Obviously, he's down the end of the leaderboard, but
JT Poston.
He's still 6 under par. Not bad. Spieth back again. He's just not there anymore, is he?
He's been injured, hasn't he? Shot -5 on that last day. So, but yeah.
They're my notable mentions. Tommy Fleetwood, mid-table.
Again, he's just not ruthless enough, Tommy.
No.
Come on, Tommy, lad.
I know.
That'll cover off the AT&T Pebble Beach Pro-Am.
Great.
Rory McIlroy.
What a fantastic course that is. It's like a bucket list course.
It's beautiful, isn't it? Just everywhere you turn, it's just scenery.
Oh.
Stunning. So this week they go from Pebble Beach to Scottsdale, Arizona for the Waste Management Phoenix Open.
One of my favourite courses, actually.
It's iconic, this as well, isn't it?
Unbelievable. I used to play it when I was 8 on their PGA tour. It's 1997 or 96 on the Mega Drive. It's my favourite course. So I've always had a soft spot for it.
It didn't have the big grandstands on it back then, did it?
No, it just, you were in contention.
I was watching a clip of Tiger on there last night, because he got a hole in one when he was younger on the 16th. And the crowds, there was no grandstand there at all, it was just massive crowds around the back of the green. But it's mad how much it's developed. Proper like Coliseum.
Oh yeah.
think that's what they call it, the Coliseum. I think they've had, like, just before the event, they've got a concert in the Coliseum. Proper, like, big event now. Attracts all sorts of fans, both golf going and non-golf going.
And and drinkers. Have you heard about the code of conduct this week?
Yeah, so they've introduced a fan code of conduct because you just can't help yourselves. Respect the fans, respect the players, respect the game.
Yeah, there's a lot of big field on this one. It's half DP World Tour, half PGA Tour this week. There's a lot of DP players. So it'll be dead good. I think it'll be a good event.
Yeah, it's not as strong a field as last week, is it? Most of the top 10 have swerving it. But Scotty's going back. Scotty's dominated this the last few years.
Yes.
And you always kind of want to look to see if you can find a winner from somewhere else. I think he's difficult to look past, really.
He is.
Especially after coming back with the top 10 last week.
A few notable mentions this week for me are, I think, Min Woo Lee, top 30, top 17 last time out. He seems to be coming into a bit of form. Hideki. Every time I mention Hideki, he goes and does a madness, doesn't he? And shoots the lights out.
He's got good form in recent years on this event.
And there was one, Justin Thomas is coming into form, isn't he?
Yeah, taken along without being in contention, really, but he's bubbling under. I think he will eventually, whether it's this week.
And maybe outside pick of Chris Ventura.
Pet detective.
He played well last week, didn't he?
Just would like to see him get a hole in one.
Yeah.
On 16.
Yeah.
Be mega, wouldn't it?
Yeah. I think that's about it for the...
Well, I've got... So Sepp Strack has just come off the back of a good week, so
yeah,
he's
a good show.
He's got to be in the consideration, and then you can't consider Nick Taylor, who won it last year, and he's already won this season as well.
Yeah,
was it the Century or the Sony? He's won already this year anyway.
3 weeks ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he won this last year, and he was second the year before. So
yeah,
the Sony it was he won.
Yeah,
so. It ticks a lot of boxes. So they would be my considerations. Just going down the field. Don't really have anything else to...
Not really, no.
To add. Potentially, Matt Fitzpatrick might put himself back in the mix. He's kind of just dropped off the radar a bit recently. He's not done much.
Did you see the video on YouTube? Fitzpatrick, where they were Tiger was there, all the TGL lads were there,
right,
playing into a green, and Fitzpatrick just comes up and absolutely holds it from about 100 yards. Brilliant. So he's got the game on it, but
so yeah, looking forward to that. Good atmosphere on the grandstand around 16, and generally. Everyone's there having a good time. But yeah, rules that go without saying have been introduced, and they've actually been said. Fans consuming alcoholic beverages will do so responsibly, otherwise will be ejected.
Yeah.
Mad that you have to say that at a golf course. It's like...
The effect of LIV, though, isn't it?
I don't...
Scottsdale, Arizona, 7 hours behind, so...
We'll be watching.
Very unlikely to watch any of this week. Maybe catch the highlights on Monday.
Yeah.
When I wake up.
We're lucky in the sense that with YouTube now, they're putting them on YouTube.
Yeah.
The next day, so that's basically I've been catching up with it. I did watch a bit of the Pro-Am, AT&T Pro-Am last week, but yeah, we'll struggle with this one live.
I think the PGA Tour, the app as well, is good for. You can watch it on the app as well. At DP World, you can't, which is really annoying. Maybe it's something the DP World Tour app can move with, because you have to have a Sky subscription, don't you, to watch the game? Watch the golf, sorry, which is expensive.
Let's go. Let's come back on this side of the pond then. DP World Tour.
Yeah.
Has just had its Bapco Energy's Bahrain Championship.
I really enjoyed this week, to be honest. I watched quite a lot of it.
Yeah, seen a lot of competitive tournaments on DP World Tour. They've been Del Rey run away with it last week, but other than that, there's been plenty on them going right up to late on Sundays.
Not just that, there was like 15 players within 2 shots of the lead, got into the final 9 holes. It was unbelievable. It was one of the closest ones I've probably ever seen. So that was a really enjoyable watch. And I know the field wasn't great compared to last week, but the Rolex Series event, when was it? Wasn't the week before?
Week before, yeah.
But still enjoyable golf, and still a load of decent golf was played. Nice to see Rathabal coming back, actually. He just
should have won it.
He should have won it. He was completely in contention to win it, and then he just messed up.
Well, he had it in his hands on the last.
Yeah.
He needed to put the last and ended up 3-7.
And then in the playoff, Dan Brown and Rathabal both bogeyed, didn't he? And
Canter birdies as well, played it perfectly.
Yeah, brilliant.
Lovely drive, lovely approach. So only 5 feet was it?
Yeah.
Rolled the putt in.
Yeah.
The other two were all over the place.
Yeah.
When the chips were down, he stepped up to the plate.
Yeah.
Yeah, fair play. Rory Canter.
He's been playing well for a few weeks now, hasn't he? So no surprise that he won it, really.
No. Well, we mentioned on the fantasy pod, didn't we? We both picked him in our teams, which we'll cover off in the next episode. But yeah, he had the form coming into it. He was right up there to be expected to do well.
Yeah.
You had an eye on his Spanish cousin, Ivan Cantero. He finished 1 shot off the pace.
Yeah, he bogeyed the last, didn't he?
David Puig, another Spanish lad.
Yeah. Notable mention was Brandon Robinson Thompson. I thought he was an athlete, a female athlete, but
sounds like he should be doing the heptathlon, shouldn't he?
Yeah. But he shot a 61 first day. Oh no. That could have been a 59 because he birdied the 17th and he just needed another birdie for a 59, but he ends up bogeying the last, which is such a letdown.
Bottled it.
And then a 75, and then a 68, and then a 72. So just shows the inconsistency there from like a sort of a lesser known player. But he still picked up 50 grand, which was
not to be sniffed at.
Not to be sniffed at. It's a weekly wage for some. It's a yearly wage for a decent earner in this country, isn't it? So. Mark Hoover as well. I've seen his name pop up a few times. I don't know much about him at all, but he shot a 4 consistently under par rounds, and he's finished tied for 4th, which was a good stab. The Puig, I didn't expect him to come back after his 72 on the second day. And then a 70, I thought, no, he's nowhere. Goes and shoots a 64, didn't he?
Yeah.
So yeah, incredible. Thought Marcel Schneider should have done better. He was well in contention.
Yeah, didn't see too much of this weekend. Was that bloody Gruffalo experience in Blackpool?
Yeah, sounds incredible.
Scott Jameson had a 65 on the last day as well. Put him in 18. I've got my eye on him this week, potentially in Doha.
As have I.
But yeah, other than that, it was a good tournament. Dramatic one all the way to the end. Went to a playoff.
Yeah.
Nice to see some old names, Richie Ramsey up there as well.
Yeah.
Players we've not seen for a while coming to the fore.
Lagergren as well.
Just another entertaining event. Plenty of drama and jeopardy on the line, which is what we want to see. So
that birdie from Canter made him £408,000 as opposed to Dan Brown and Rathabal taking 200 grand. So that putt was worth 200 grand. That hole.
Yeah,
gutted for them too.
Good to have the stones to be able to do that, knowing that that's on the line, isn't it?
Ivan Cantero made 94 grand, so his bogey on the last cost him potentially 300 grand there. Wow.
Significant.
The race to Dubai as well. Puts Canter at second, doesn't it?
I've not got that up in front of me actually. Because who's leading then? McIlroy.
McIlroy. No, sorry, Hatton. Hatton after his win at the
Hatton won the Dubai. Yeah, I was thinking McIlroy.
Hatton, then Canter, then Hillier, Norris, Parry again. No good.
No, I think he's just had a bit of a purple patch and he's ridden that wave, and now he's. I hope he bounces back because he started the season well, but yeah, last couple of events have been a bit underwhelming from Mr. Pazza, as have Elvis Smiley's. Yeah, he's been way down the last couple of events.
Yes, we expected that, didn't we?
Yeah, and Another one who bounced back last week, we thought might kick on again, Marcus Arms and Tags.
Missed the cut.
Missed the cut. He's had a bit of a mess. Oh yeah, that's where we're up to on the race to Dubai at the minute. The international swing. Is there 3 events left in the international swing?
There is.
No,
actually. Hang on. Oh, sorry, I can't find it.
4, beg your pardon. There's 4 events left of the international swing. Move on to the Commercial Bank Qatar Masters in Doha this week.
Nice.
So same prize money, Ryder Cup points as last week.
Yeah, quite a weak field again. But it'll still be a good one.
Competitive.
Yeah. It's Middle Eastern, isn't it? It's I would have expected more in Doha, to be honest. I just think the money's there, isn't it, at the moment in the Middle East? So I would have expected a few more players, but
yeah, well, but the prize money that's on offer for this is not.
No.
But this was only when you looked at the international swing when the season schedule was announced just before in November. This was just like it just said events. This hadn't even been scheduled in up until about a month ago. So someone to come in and sponsor it last minute.
Yeah.
And at least put what they have on the line. It's happy days. But Doha this week. Doha.
I don't know.
Doha in Qatar.
Doha.
That's shite. Just talking rubbish. So last year we had Rikaya Hashino took victory there by 1 shot from Hugo Cuso.
He's been playing well recently.
He keeps popping up on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Scott Jameson further shot back in 3rd.
Yeah.
Jorge Campillo up there as well. I was reading a bit about the history of this yesterday. So it generally sort of players who favour links courses. It's usually a bit of win there.
Yeah.
And often do well.
What I like to see is the course card. We've got a par 5 to start, par 5 to 9th, par 5 to 10th, and par 5 to 18th. So scoring holes right when you need them. So that should be good. Put the long. So you've got like a 600 yard par 5, 639, which is, you've got to hit it 330 yards and then hit your 300 yard 3-wood into it.
Yeah,
it's not going to happen.
I think about 4 to degrees at least.
Not anymore.
Yeah, 3.5. So that's why I thought Scott Jameson not only had a decent effort there last year, finishing a couple of shots back, but if the wind does pick up again, it'll suit someone like him.
Yeah, definitely.
Another player who played well there last year, Antoine Rosner.
Yeah, he's not going to win this week, is he? He's the new Haotong Lee.
Yeah, he's turned up once on the DP World Tour this season and missed the cut, hasn't he?
Honourable mention to Haotong Lee, though. He's played bloody well for the past few weeks, hasn't he?
He's kicked on a bit, hasn't he? Yeah.
He's making cuts. His caddy does not know what day it is. His caddy's like, I'm actually making money for once on the tour. Just a reference to the past couple of years where Haotong Lee hasn't done very well at all. I think he missed about 18 cuts in a row, didn't he? Like, it was pointless him actually being there.
Yeah.
But yeah, doing well.
Yeah, I mean, he finished 16th in this last year. Now he's kicked on a bit, so he's got
might be one to pick.
He's got one to keep an eye on. Alejandro Del Rey, who won a couple of weeks ago, finished alongside him at 600 this last year.
Oh. He's in form. He might be a pick there, but probably inconsistent.
Yeah, I think everything just came together for him a couple of weeks ago. He's missed it. Did he miss the cut this week? I think. Yeah, he's. I don't. I mean, fair play. We can bounce back and go and win that. Another one who I was looking at is Matthew Jordan, local lad.
As am I.
Again, just because of his links to Links Golf.
Yeah.
He's dropped off it a bit, but he's in this field. He's probably got a bit of class about him.
Yeah, it's not the best field, is it?
No, stick his head above the parapet.
Yeah.
And obviously Cancer as well.
How do you rate Cancer's chances this week?
When you look at him compared to the field, you got to like assume he's going to be like favourite again. But generally, people struggle to go back to back, don't they? It's as if like it takes a lot out of them, and I don't know. just kind of
No, I
go
agree.
through the motions.
No, I agree.
Go through the motions the following week because you have to do a bit more press work, a few more interviews and stuff. They're not as focused and dialed in as they were the week before. So if he can put himself in the mix again, fair play to him. I'll be putting him in my fancy team. But yeah, so the English, British lads for me. I'm looking at Canters, Jameson, and Jordan as
nice
kind of guys I'm looking at.
Any
other thoughts on the Doha in Qatar?
I just think Adrian Otegi will do well this week. I really do. I've got him in my sights for the win.
Slow though, isn't
he? He is very slow, but he's a Middle Eastern national now, isn't he? Doesn't make any sense. He's actually a Dubai citizen now. He's been rumbling along this season. He's not been pulled of any trees, but I think sometimes he's got the game for it, hasn't he? Good player, so I think he'll do well this week.
There you go.
You heard it here first.
Adrian Takes. Story up, lad.
Should we move on to the TGL?
TGL. So since we last recorded, we've not had a match because it was on Monday last week, have we?
Yeah.
We covered off Tiger and Rory's epic battle last week. Did you catch the highlights since?
Yeah.
Did you watch any of it?
Class one.
It was decent one.
Especially the last hole.
It was good. And we've got another mouth-watering fixture tonight. Yeah, we can't watch it live though. I don't know why it's on so late.
Yeah.
It's a lot later than it has been, so it's just basically on the middle night over here. But we've got a Boston Common against LA Golf Club.
Tommy.
Come on, Tommy, lad.
Tommy.
Oh, I hope he's coming out to Z cars.
Let's hope not.
LA put out a tweet yesterday asking me what do you think everyone's walkout song is going to be. So I just sowed the seed.
Yeah.
He's
got to be on it.
You know?
Yeah, all you Everton fans are the same, aren't you? Bellew. I'll be very surprised if he's not.
Yeah. So he's playing with Rose Morikawa, I think.
Class. Rose in form.
Morikawa in form. Sitting out this week. And then for Boston Commons, the same three as last week. Rory, Scott, and Keegan Bradley again. Who's their fourth player? Is it Matsuyama? I think it's Matsuyama who's their fourth player.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, they've gone with the same roster as last week.
Yep.
Should be a good on that. Rory's just come off the back of a massive win at the weekend.
Yeah.
Seems a lot more relaxed when you see him last Tuesday. His behaviour around the tournament at the PGA Tour, winning that event. I think
they'll get smashed.
You think Rory's going to get smashed?
Yeah. I think they're too strong. I think Rose is in form. I think Tommy's a good player, obviously. And I think Morikawa's class as well.
Top team, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really top team.
I don't think they've got any chance. I mean, Rory is not going to carry Keegan Bradley. And Scott, he's not really in form at the moment. So,
yeah. Well, I hope you're right, lad.
Yeah.
Up the LA.
Up the toffees, Dan. Not really much to say. I'm not really because of the lack of action. So I'm sure we'll review that next week.
But I think before we record again, let me just go on to next week's schedule. Yeah, so before we record again, next Tuesday the 8th. Oh no. What date are we? Well, there's no match next week.
Right.
All right, okay. But it's the Monday after. There's the three games, so we'll cover them off on next week's pod then.
Yeah.
So yeah, Boston Common versus LA tonight at the SoFi Centre. Just before we move on from TGL, did you notice? So good. I've bought a stake in LA.
Bloody hell, no, I didn't see that.
Yeah, so they now part own LA Golf Club with Serena Williams and whoever else.
Mad.
Which is, I don't know if it's a response to Rick Shields and his LIV involvement, but this is closely tied in with the PGA Tour, isn't it? Like every player on TGL is PGA Tour involved.
Oh yeah.
So maybe it's them reacting to
LIV
and Rick Shields and saying, let's try and contemporize ourselves.
It's absolutely mad, isn't it? How YouTube is becoming like a part of golf, of professional golf, because it in effect it shouldn't be. Like professional golf should be a completely different thing than YouTube golf. It's a completely different side.
They have been two standalone entities, haven't they?
And it should be because of the
coming together.
The amount of talent you've got in the PGA Tour. These guys aren't as talented, and they're making a living off YouTube, which is, I mean, fine. But should it be in the closely aligned with the tours? I don't know.
Well, I think that it can only go one way, for the risk of coming out with the word.
Major.
You look at the. So you look at professional golf on that path that it's always been on.
Yeah.
YouTube golf is on its own path.
Yeah.
But then so many professionals are now coming over into YouTube golf because it's gotten so big and so popular that now people are craving for professionals to be seen in that format and in that sort of environment. So it's going to come together, and obviously we've now seen within a space of a few weeks 2 massive content creators getting involved in the professional game.
Yeah.
I think it's only going to happen more and more.
Definitely, I think when you've got YouTube's it is the biggest search engine after Google, isn't it? So if they're putting out content that people are watching, then it's got eyes on it, then sponsors are coming in, and it's only going to raise the sport, isn't it? I think when Netflix come out with the Full Swing documentary as well, that sort of, when you see a player in that sort of light, when you've got eyes on him, you can hear what he's thinking, what he's playing, then it makes you crave more, doesn't it?
You appreciate them more and understand what they're thinking better and how they are.
Yeah.
And you can see things from their perspective more as well. Whereas just when you put on the golf tournament Thursday to Sunday, all you see them is hitting the ball. You don't understand what they've gone through to get there. What they might be playing shit that week, but there might be reasons for it, and you just don't know. Whereas we're getting access to that side of things now, which whether we need it or not, it makes it more interesting.
It becomes the norm, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you even mentioned last week about Phil Mickelson's radius and all that.
Just his mindset and the thought process. Crazy. Yeah, but dead interesting, and I'm enjoying it. But I don't know if you've seen it, but since we mentioned last week about Rick and Liv crossing paths, Rick's put a couple of videos out since. He's done an interview with Paul Casey. You seen it?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy it?
No.
Fucking boring.
I mean, Paul Casey's not the most interesting man in the world, is he?
No, but
he's a bit slow and stuff.
Yeah, but it wasn't very interesting. Like they didn't really. Guy and Rick didn't bring much to the table.
Not really. So it's very, very forgettable. He should have. I don't know why John Rahm wasn't involved, because he's been on all the promotional gear, wasn't he? And he's a bit more. What is he?
So yesterday, he put his first golf content out with Liv.
Was it a break 75?
It was. It wasn't break 75. No. It was John Rahm and Brooks played 3 holes each.
Yeah. And
against Rick, so it was just a 6-hole match. And Rick started 3 shots in front.
Oh, right.
Did
you watch it?
Yeah, watched most of it. It was all right. Rick looks a bit uncomfortable around Brooks because they've got a bit of history, and but John Rahm's really good. It was interesting.
He hasn't got history with Brooks though. He's just a miserable bastard, isn't he?
Well, I was going to go on to say he is typically, but yet like he comes out himself in this video like he's actually he talks a lot and he's a lot more relaxed. I mean, he's still a bit stiff, bit sort of doesn't seem to come natural to him, but he's he seems an all right guy when he's not fucking snarling at people. Yeah, he snarled at Rick, didn't he, at St Andrews that time?
I don't know.
Got him kicked out of a nightclub in St Andrews.
Okay.
Yeah. Rick said a nightclub. I don't know whether it was a jigger or just somewhere in the town itself. But
what did he kick? What happened? Do we know?
He did go into it that deep.
Right.
He just explained that Brooks saw him across the bar and asked security to get him
entitled or what? Jesus. Oh, play golf, do we, lad? Anyway.
Yeah. So last week, just speaking of people who play golf professionally and are on YouTube a lot, Bryson DeChambeau went over to India on the Asian International Series. So I was keeping half an eye on that because I was interested to see how he did. Because it's like he's not doing it for the money, is he?
No.
But he finished second in the end. He played okay. Joaquin Neiman was in third.
Good player, isn't he?
But they were battling fog. Like the last 2 days, they had to do a shotgun start because they just couldn't get it in because the fog in the mornings just wasn't lifting. It was fog or smog, don't know. But Ollie Schneidings won. Do you remember him? He broke onto the scene a few years ago.
Yeah.
He's been out with injury. And
double surgery on his pelvis by any chance?
It was. Yeah.
What does that involve? That sounds awful, doesn't it?
Sounds horrendous, yeah.
Like, it sounds like...
You feel like he must have been in a position where he could even walk properly.
Nah. Double surgery, probably both sides. So he's just got like a Ken doll, isn't he? Anyway.
So yeah, he won it comfortably.
Yeah.
In the end. So good to see him back. Hopefully he kicks on. He's obviously playing in this series to try and earn himself a LIV contract.
That's it.
Because as we mentioned before, the international series is a sort of the natural path to get onto LIV.
Yeah.
Yeah, props to him. Bryson was 4 shots back in second.
Bloody hell, he did win by a country mile, didn't he? 4 shots.
So Snyder was 10 under, Bryson 6 under, and then Neiman was back in third, but I think he was only 2 under. Everyone else struggled.
Bloody hell.
Yeah, just on Snyders, there was a clip where he was asking for relief for an immovable obstruction.
Yeah.
And he didn't get the relief. So he had to play the shot as it was.
Yeah.
Which was in the rough, back of the green, chipped in.
I think I've seen that.
It proved that he didn't need the relief. They always just chance it, don't they?
Yeah.
You know, like any angle that they might be able to get out the rules official, they'll chance their arm and try and get a bit of help.
I know. It's a shame for us, really.
Use the rules to their advantage.
Shame for us as we amateurs. We seem to play to the rules, don't we?
Yeah.
But also, like, you lose balls every 5 minutes when you hit a nice drive down the fairway because there's not spotters there. I was reading about it the other day. There should be a golf rule for amateurs whereby if you lose a ball when you've hit a decent shot down the fairway, you should be able to drop one where you think it's landed.
Yeah. Especially in autumn when the fucking leaves are off the trees.
You just can't see it, can
Impossible.
you?
Yeah.
Especially not well-maintained courses. They've got well-maintained courses and spotters. It's unfair. I reckon we'd shoot 10 under on the PGA Tour.
I don't.
No.
And then LIV's back this week.
Yeah, she is.
LIV Golf returns. First event of the 2025 season. They're off to Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
Riyadh Golf Club.
Riyadh, yeah.
We're going to keep an eye on this season.
Absolutely, yeah. Desert.
Do you have a team that you kind of follow, that you prefer?
I just like I like Bryson's team, to be fair.
Crushes.
Yeah, I think they're the best team, aren't they?
So you've got let's run through the teams then, because we've not really spoke about LIV much before.
Yeah.
So we'll go in order. So we've got the 4 Aces Golf Club.
Yeah. Captained
by Dustin Johnson. New signing Thomas Peters.
Yeah.
Who's just replaced Pat Perez.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Reed. Your mate.
Don't talk to me about
Harold Varner III.
Yeah.
Aye. So on paper, decent team, but Johnson's a bit over the hill, isn't he?
Yeah.
Peters is very inconsistent. Like, he'll turn up one week and then he'll just be nowhere the next. Patrick Reed, I guess, from your perspective, less said the better.
Yeah, especially this week. Harold Varner III riding off the back of Tiger Woods. Literally why he's there.
Is it?
Yeah.
I don't know much about him.
He's Tiger Woods' mate, isn't he?
Is he?
Yeah.
Why wouldn't he be on the PGA Tour then?
Weird. But probably couldn't. He's not good enough. Like, when you type in Harold in Google, Harold Shipman comes out, so he's not even that famous.
Well, is he as famous as Harold Varner the first or second? Probably more famous than them.
Yeah, probably.
Cleeks Golf Club.
Yeah.
Captained by Martin Keimer.
Yeah.
Englishman Richard Blandy. Frederick
Ketchup.
Denmark, and Adrian Moronk.
It's just a shit team, isn't it?
That's shit team.
It's a shit team.
Across the board. Blandy's getting on a bit. I don't know Freddie Ketchup. Moronk, he was, you know what? He was coming good, Moronk.
Yeah.
He was on the cusp of the Ryder Cup team. And he's probably chosen the money. Like, Dad's sake, because we're just on the outside looking in. Yeah, it's going to be hard to turn that down that amount of money because you don't know if it'll come back around. But he was complaining because he wanted that Ryder Cup spot and went with money over it. And his game seems to have dropped off since. Yeah, when he has been seen on the DP World Tour and stuff, he's been nowhere. So yeah, don't hold much hope for the Cleeks. I'm afraid. I think they'll be in for looking for the wooden spoon if anything.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah. Crushes. DeChambeau, Casey, Howell third, Lahiri. Casey's a good player. Solid player. Terrible interviewee, but good player. Howell third. He's been around for donkey's years. I think he actually formed the PGA Tour. And obviously Bryson with his absolute length. Not his willy, but his of the tee. It's just a solid team for me. I don't know much about Lahiri, to be honest, but I remember last time out, the last LIV Golf tournament I watched, he played really well. So, and you've got Team Ferrari, you've got Garcia, Ancer, Masavu, and Puig. Puig looks like he's about to pose for British Vogue.
Yeah, it's a bit of a inconsistency in that. Like, Garcia has obviously got all the ability in the world.
Yeah.
David Puig, as we know, has been really playing well when we've seen him in the last few months. Abraham Ancer is a bit Thomas Peters like. He turns up from time to time. And in this massive out, they need to replace him.
I'm surprised he can see where he's going with his eyes so close.
It's the size of his eyebrows as well.
That's harsh.
Looks like a Thunderbird.
He does. He looks like a fireball.
But yeah, he's only a kid, but he's not done a lot. And yeah, he's a bit of a weak link in that team.
And then you go to the high flyers. I wonder what was on the brief for the photos. Because Phil Mickelson, Brandon Steele look like they've been on the gear all night.
They may well have done. Cameron Tringale doesn't look too happy about it.
No. He don't look like anything going on in his head though, really.
No.
And Andy Ogilvy, how the hell has he got on LIV Tour?
He qualified through the Asian International Series.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Yeah, that's how he's got his spot. Phil Mickelson's not playing this week, got a shoulder injury.
Yeah.
So last week's winner on the Asian International Series, Ollie Schneiderjans. Can't say his name. Schneiderjans, yeah. He's replacing him this week. So next we've got the Ironheads Golf Club, captained by Kevin Na. Yuban Yang, Jinshiro Kazuma.
Don't know anything about these guys.
New Zealand's Danny Lee. No, I don't myself, apart from Kevin Na likes to walk putts in and take his time when he's not walking putts in.
Yeah.
And that's as much as I know. And don't expect much from them either.
Then you got the big fellas. The outright.
These got to be favourites for the team.
They've got to be.
For the team championship.
With the addition of Tom McKibben, I think.
This is elite.
Elite. The new driver from Callaway. Right now in all good routines.
This is not a paid ad.
Not a paid ad, sorry.
Captained by John Rahm.
Yeah.
Who is he's Callaway brand, isn't he?
Yeah.
Probably playing with the elite.
Yeah. Callaway if you're looking for sponsors.
Tyrrell Hatton. Absolutely flying.
He's just solid golfer, isn't he?
If we're looking at the individual event this week, I'll be looking at him.
Yeah, 100%. Tom McKibben's going to be wanting to start well, isn't he?
Want to justify his move.
Yeah. And then
shut up, Rory.
Some fella at the end.
Caleb Surratt.
Yeah.
He was on the team last year. Turned pro in 2024. Made his debut in this in 2024. So a young lad, probably 20.
Yeah.
John Watt Rahm's kind of took him under his wing.
Yeah.
done well last year, and will be open to improve again this year.
You got Majestics, the dads. Literally a bunch of boomers in it.
Yeah. I was reading, look at the. Have you seen who the captain is as well?
Yeah.
Like they can't decide who the captain is. You've got Majestics. You've got Ian Poulter.
I mean, for a team, you need a leader. You need a defined leader for a team. It's the way team works. Like it's on every management manual you'll read. It's so bad. They should have just split it up.
Yeah. But I can see Poulter not wanting to give it up, and I can see Westwood not wanting to give it up.
And I can see Stenson not wanting to give it up. So
that's it there. And Sam Orseal's like, whatever, I'm just going to turn up and get paid, lads.
He's getting bummed by all three of them in the shower. Come here, Sam! Sorry, Sam.
Can't say that, lad.
Can. I might have. I do believe they should have put someone like Tyrrell Latin or Richard Bland in that team instead of Stenson.
Right.
Just so it's an all-English team. Call themselves a London Golf Club or something. Fucking boring.
Cut that out. A lot of shite.
It's like the Rippers, though, isn't it? It's all, they're all Australians, you know.
Yeah.
Quite a few country bros.
Range goat.
Not a bad team, actually.
There was a lot of and ahhing in the close season as to whether Bubba Watson was going to carry on playing. He was looking for a replacement so that he could sort of be just a manager. But he's ended up taking his spot and is the captain again.
Yeah.
Ben Campbell been doing well on the Asian International Series in the off season, LIV off season. Peter Uline and Matthew Wolf. Yeah, not bad players when they're on the PGA Tour. Can't say I've seen a huge deal of them since they've been with LIV. So I don't know how they've been getting on, but on paper should be doing alright, shouldn't they? But
yeah, I mean it's middle of the road, isn't it?
Yeah, mid-table fodder. And then his last year's team championship winners, Ripper Golf Club. Cam Smith, Lucas Herbert, Matt Jones and Mark Leishman. Solid team, that is. Yeah, really good
very
team.
Solid.
All from Australia.
Yeah.
Good dynamic, good players. You can see why they won the team championship last year. And they'll probably push them and Crushers push Legion 13 closest again, I think.
Yeah.
Smash.
Brooks Koepka gets smashed by Jason's cock rack. It's a weird team. McDowell in this one. Taylor Gooch, I remember watching him for a bit in
and G-Mac.
Yeah.
G-Mac just doesn't, he looks out of place.
He does completely.
With these three big Americans. But there you go. There's Smash. Say Brooks Koepka. He was talking on this interview with Rick Shields. Now he kind of, when he's not, if there's not a lot of money on the line or he's not like a major or something, he struggles to get up for it. And there's a lot of money on the line in LIV, isn't there? But I don't, whether he takes it serious or not, I don't know. Every time I've watched it, he's not exactly thereabouts really.
I think he'll play well this season. I think there's more spotlight on LIV for me, so and the money's going to be more. The more spotlight there's, the more money's going to be. And it's just a pit of money, isn't it? Bottomless pit.
We've got our South African Stingers.
Class side, to be fair.
Good team.
Very solid, yeah.
On paper, anyway, based on what they've done historically. Oosthuizen and Schwartzel are a bit hit and miss, though, aren't they? They're inconsistent, but
the Bearminator,
he doesn't have to send it. He's a quality player.
Yeah. Brandon Grace has always played well, hasn't
he? Yeah. Yeah. So I like them as a team.
And then the last one, Talk. Neiman, who we've touched on a few weeks.
See, I'd say Talk as well, but the commentators, you'll hear them always say Torquay.
That's wrong.
It's wrong, isn't it?
It's wrong. It's not how you speak.
Yeah, I don't have huge hopes for this team.
Like, talk is an actual thing. Like
speed.
Yeah. And talk is the. I'm not going to go into physics now, but talk is. It's actually one of the features of a golf club, how much talk you can get. So obviously it's Talk. It's not Torquay. It's not a place in England. Anyway,
no, Torquay.
Torquay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's not that. Neiman, great player. Coming into form. Munoz, Ortiz and Pereira.
Shite.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Got no hopes for them as a team.
Yeah.
Neiman might do well individually,
but
the others, good luck to them.
And I think we'll go into the wild card and the reserves when they come in, do you?
Well, the wild cards are in, lad.
I mean, when they actually make their way into a team for a week.
Well, you got Anthony Kim. Anthony Kim last year was a wild card, and he's wild card again. So he's just basically turning up, getting played, and trying to get his game back in shape each week. Struggled last year, but you're going to, aren't you, after such a big, massive layoff?
Oh yeah, we touched on him a few weeks ago, didn't we?
Put plenty of videos out in the close season. He's working hard, so might well kick on again. He's kind of what started me watching LIV around the same time as him coming back, and John Rahm moved over there.
Yeah.
Give it a lot more sort of reason to watch, really. And I'm glad it did, because it's good, it's entertaining. And then the other wild card is Max Lee of Chinese Taipei.
No idea really. Don't know anything about him.
Qualified through one of his Asian international wins. And good luck to him, representing Chinese Taipei. They must be buzzing. I can't ever recall seeing a professional golfer from Chinese Taipei.
I don't know anyone from Chinese Taipei.
CT Pan, where's he from?
The cupboard.
Yeah, and then you've got the reserves of... and then you've got the Khalid Atiyeh from Saudi, John Catlin, and Ollie Snydians from USA, and Cal Samuja from Finland. So, as we mentioned there, Snydians is stepping in for Mickelson this week.
Yeah. Because he was TGA exploits. TGL, sorry.
Asian International win.
Yeah. Because of his
Asian International win this week.
His Asian International win this week, yeah.
Yeah. So, ahead of the new season, who are you picking for the international? Ahead of the new season. Head of the new season, who are you picking for the individual championship? Who do you think is
individual for me is Tyrrell Hatton. I think he likes playing golf, and he's good at it, and he's competitive wherever he plays, because he plays against himself.
Yeah. I'm going to go out there, and based on what I've seen over the last couple of months, I'm going Puig.
Oh yeah, good shout. Yeah. Team. I mean, it's hard to look past Legion, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think
just don't let massive out for the fireballs.
No.
Yeah, you can't see past Legion, especially with Kip McKibben. If he settles in quickly, they're going to be tough to beat.
I think the Crushers, though, I'd like to see them do well.
So
I don't think there's anything else to cover now, was it? I think we've quite a long pod this week.
Episode 9 in the bag. That was it was a busy one, wasn't it? Plenty going on. PGA Tour was finally worth talking about.
Yeah, LIV Golf's back.
Yeah,
Jinx.
Happy days.
So
hope you've enjoyed the show. If you have, let us know your thoughts in the comments. Drop us a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you can, please. We did get a little boost in subscribers from last week's episode, so if you can keep going with that, we'd massively appreciate it. Any thoughts on what you'd like to see in the comments, and also follow us on our socials: Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok. We are at Here We Golf Pod. Any inquiries or sponsors or anyone wants to get involved or reach out to us, we are herewegolfpod@gmail.com. And I think that's us for this week. I've been Dan.
I've been Jay. Enjoy your golf this week, guys.
See you next time on Here We Golf. Peace.